Pause for a moment. Breathe. Feel the stillness around you. Life moves swiftly, but wisdom unfolds in those quiet moments when we listen, when we reflect, when we embrace the journey ahead. Aging is not about losing, it's about gaining, about becoming, about deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world. Think of a river. It does not resist its path. It flows effortlessly, carving landscapes, shaping valleys, nurturing everything in its wake. Like the river, we too can move with grace, allowing the current of time to shape us into something wiser, something stronger, something infinitely more beautiful. But how do we embrace this transformation? How do we age with elegance, poise, and serenity? The answer does not lie in expensive creams or fleeting trends. No, the secret is much deeper. It lies in our mindset, our choices, our ability to find peace within. And what better way to uncover these truths than through the profound teachings of the Buddha? Today I'm sharing 10 Buddhist-inspired principles to help you stay radiant, confident, and deeply fulfilled as you journey through life's later chapters. So take a deep breath, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, and let's embark on this path together. And if you find meaning in these words, I invite you to like this video, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to Quiet Wisdom for more reflections on living with grace and purpose. Now let's begin. 1. Dress with grace. But for your soul, there's an old Zen saying, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. In the West, fashion is often seen as an external expression of who we are. But in Buddhism, true elegance comes from within. How we carry ourselves, how we honor our bodies, and how we choose clothing that reflects our soul, rather than just our age. There was once an elderly woman named Mariko in Kyoto. She wore the same indigo kimono for decades, but every thread was carefully mended, every fold carefully arranged. When asked why she never changed her attire, she simply smiled and said, "The world may change, but my heart remains steady like the mountain. My clothes are an extension of that steadiness." Mariko's wisdom teaches us something invaluable. Clothing is not just fabric we drape over ourselves, it's a reflection of our inner state. When we wear something with intention, it becomes more than just attire. It becomes an extension of our soul's tranquility. Think about how you feel in your favorite outfit, the way it subtly boosts your confidence, the sense of ease it brings. That is the power of mindful dressing. So when dressing, think beyond trends. Choose pieces that bring you comfort, that feel like an extension of your serenity. Tailored silhouettes, soft fabrics, colors that uplift your spirit. Perhaps a flowing linen dress that reminds you of the wind's gentle touch, or a deep-hued shawl that wraps you in warmth like the setting sun. And remember, your aura is what people truly see before your outfit. Fashion, in its deepest sense, is not about impressing others, but about honoring yourself. When you dress with mindfulness and authenticity, you radiate a quiet confidence, one that doesn't need to seek approval because it already knows its own worth. 2. Keep learning, keep growing. A wise Buddhist monk once said, "The mind is like a garden. If you do not tend to it, weeds will grow." Aging is not an excuse to stop learning. In fact, it is the very reason to keep learning. A curious mind remains young forever. There's a beautiful story about a Zen master who at 90 years old decided to learn calligraphy. When asked why he was taking on something so new at such an age, he chuckled and said, "Because when I turn 100, I want to be great at it." This story isn't just amusing, it's profound. It reminds us that growth doesn't have an expiration date. Learning keeps our minds agile, our spirits engaged, and our lives full of new possibilities. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of wonder, treating the world like an open book, filled with fresh pages to explore. Whether it's mastering a new skill, diving into a philosophy, or simply opening yourself to fresh perspectives, every lesson learned adds another layer to the richness of your existence. And let's not forget, learning isn't just about textbooks or structured education. It's in the conversations we have, the stories we listen to, and even the mistakes we make. A woman who never stops learning, never stops evolving. She remains dynamic, engaged, and deeply connected to the ever-changing world around her. So pick up that book you've always wanted to read. Take that online course that piques your interest. Listen to a podcast on a subject you know nothing about. Try painting, playing the piano, or even writing poetry. Let yourself be a student of life. Always eager, always open. Because here's the truth. There's nothing more radiant, nothing more timelessly elegant than a mind that continues to grow. 3. Stand tall. Move with purpose. Have you ever noticed that those who walk slowly, purposefully, and with an upright posture naturally command respect? The Buddha himself taught that the way we move reflects the way we think. Slouched shoulders show worry. An upright spine exudes confidence. Posture is more than just physical alignment. It's a declaration of presence. Imagine walking through life as though you are rooted deeply in the earth, yet lifted effortlessly towards the sky. Each step becomes deliberate, each movement an expression of calm strength. Once there was an old monk who never hurried. His steps were slow, measured, and deliberate. No matter how chaotic his surroundings were, he moved as if carried by an invisible current of peace. One day, a disciple asked, "Master, why do you never rush?" The monk smiled and said, "Because where I need to be is exactly where I am. So practice mindful movement. Picture a golden thread pulling you gently upwards, allowing your body to align naturally. Feel your spine lengthen, your shoulders relax, and your breath deepen. With every step, be present. Move as if the entire universe moves with you, because in truth it does. And remember, your energy speaks before you even utter a word. A person who stands tall, who walks with intention, who embraces each movement with awareness, this is a person others look up to, not because of status, but because of presence. Take a moment today to notice how you move. Do you rush through tasks, hunched forward in a state of tension, or do you glide through your day with poise, allowing each moment to unfold naturally? Adjust your posture, breathe deeply, and let grace be your guide. 4. Embrace your silver crown. In many cultures, gray hair is hidden, dyed, or seen as a sign of decline. But in Buddhist teachings, it is revered. The Buddha himself spoke of the 4 signs that changed his life, one of which was seeing an old man. Aging, he realized, was not a curse but an awakening. Your silver strands are a testament to the life you've lived, the wisdom you've gathered, and the resilience you've shown. They are a crown, not something to be ashamed of. Keep them healthy, let them shine, and wear them with pride. In a small mountain village, there lived an elderly woman named Setsuko. Her silver hair shimmered under the morning sun as she sat outside her home, knitting blankets for the children in the village. One day, a young girl asked her, "Grandmother Setsuko, why don't you color your hair like the others?" The old woman chuckled and ran her fingers through her silvery locks, replying, "Because these strands tell my story. Each one carries a memory, a lesson, a piece of life's wisdom. To hide them would be to erase the journey that made me who I am." That day, the little girl looked at her own grandmother differently, seeing the beauty in the passage of time. Setsuko's silver crown was not a sign of aging. It was a living testament to a well-lived life. And so, my friends, embrace your silver crown with pride. Care for it with love. Keep it nourished and vibrant, but never see it as something to hide. It is not the fading of youth, but the arrival of wisdom, a visible reminder of all you have overcome, learned, and cherished. In every silver strand lies a story, a lesson, and a mark of resilience. Let it shine. 5. Nourish your body like a sacred temple. The Buddha taught, to keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. Eating well, staying hydrated, and caring for your skin isn't vanity, it's self-respect. The body is the vessel that carries us through this journey of life. Just as a temple is maintained with reverence and care, so too should we honor our own physical form. The foods we eat, the way we move, and even how we think about our body contribute to our overall well-being. There was once a monk who was asked why he took such meticulous care of his body, if he believed in detachment from the physical world. He smiled and said, "Because this body is my only vehicle for reaching enlightenment. If I neglect it, how will I complete my journey?" Hydration is the simplest yet most powerful gift we can give ourselves. Drinking water isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about replenishing, renewing, and restoring balance. Think of it as cleansing not only your body, but also your mind. Every sip is an act of self-care. And food, oh food, it is not just sustenance, it is energy, it is healing, it is life itself. Fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, whole grains, these are not just ingredients but nature's medicine. Eating mindfully, savoring every bite, and choosing nourishment over indulgence is a practice of gratitude to the body that carries us. But let's not forget movement. Whether it's a morning stretch, a gentle walk, or a full-body yoga practice, movement is meditation in action. It keeps the blood flowing, the joints flexible, and the spirit light. When we move with intention, we honor our body as the sacred temple it is. So care for yourself with kindness. Treat your body not as a burden, but as a sacred gift. Listen to it, nourish it, respect it, and it will reward you with vitality and clarity for years to come. 6. Kindness, the true mark of elegance. There is no greater beauty than a kind heart. The Dalai Lama once said, "My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness." An elderly woman at a monastery once spent every day wiping the wooden benches, though she never sat on them herself. When asked why, she replied, "Because the one who will sit here next may be weary. If I can make their moment more pleasant, then my day is complete." Kindness is a language that transcends words. It is felt in the warmth of a smile, the gentleness of a touch, the sincerity of an understanding nod. True elegance is not about polished appearances or refined manners. It is about how we make others feel. A kind person lights up the space they enter, leaving an imprint long after they've left. So, be gracious. Offer a smile, listen deeply, and extend warmth to others. Practice small acts of generosity, helping someone carry their groceries, holding the door open, writing a heartfelt note. The ripple effect of kindness is immeasurable. One act of compassion can brighten a stranger's day, inspire hope, and even change a life. And remember, kindness is not just an outward gesture, it is an inward practice. Be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself with the same compassion you offer others. Forgive your mistakes, celebrate your progress, and honor your own journey. Because at the end of the day, kindness isn't just about making the world a better place, it's about nurturing the heart that gives it. 7. A healthy life is a happy life. Aging gracefully means embracing movement. Whether it's yoga, tai chi, or simple walks in nature, every step is a prayer, every stretch is gratitude for the body you have. Keep moving, and your energy will remain radiant. Movement is more than exercise. It's a celebration of life itself. Each stretch, each breath, each mindful step is an act of appreciation for the incredible vessel that carries you through this world. A retired doctor named Lee spent his mornings practicing Tai Chi in a small park. His movements were slow but full of grace. A young jogger once stopped and asked, "Why do you move so slowly?" Dr. Lee smiled and replied, "Because I am savoring every moment. When you rush, you miss life itself." Physical health and mental well-being go hand in hand. A body in motion fuels a mind at peace. So find joy in movement, whether it's dancing in the kitchen, walking through a garden, or practicing gentle yoga under the morning sun. Treat every motion as a sacred act of self-care. 8. Choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. Negative energy drains the spirit. Seek companions who make your heart lighter, who encourage you to grow, who remind you of your worth. As the Buddha said, "An insincere friend is more dangerous than a wild beast." There was once a wise monk who lived in a remote village. He was known for his wisdom and peaceful nature. A young traveler asked him, "Master, how do I know who my true friends are?" The monk smiled and led him to a pond. He picked up 2 stones, one light and one heavy, then dropped them into the water. The lighter stone floated gently, moving with the ripples, while the heavier stone sank immediately. "True friends," the monk said, "are like the light stone. They support you, move with you, and never drag you down. But beware of those who pull you under, for they are not friends but burdens disguised as companions." Choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with those who inspire, uplift, and bring you peace. In the end, the energy of those around you shapes the energy within you. 9. Laugh often, laugh freely. The sound of laughter is the music of a joyful soul. Do not take life too seriously. Find joy in the simplest things: a warm cup of tea, a conversation with a friend, the feel of the sun on your face. In the end, a light heart carries you farther than a heavy one. In a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived an old man named Haru. He was known for his laughter, which rang out like temple bells in the morning mist. Haru found joy in the smallest things: a child chasing butterflies, the first bloom of spring, the way the river danced in the sunlight. People would gather just to hear his stories, not because they were grand, but because they were filled with warmth and humor. One day, when asked about the secret to his happiness, he chuckled and said, "I laugh not because life is perfect, but because I have learned to embrace its imperfections." So, laugh freely. Let go of worries, release tension, and find delight in the ordinary. When you embrace joy, you radiate it to the world, making life not only lighter for yourself, but for those around you. 10. Never stop evolving. The lotus blooms in the mud. It does not complain about the dirt. It simply grows toward the light. You too are still blooming. Every day is a chance to evolve, to refine, and to become the most radiant version of yourself. There once was a humble monk who lived in a remote mountain monastery. One day, a young disciple came to him, exhausted and disheartened. He had tried many paths, learned many teachings, but still felt lost. "Master," he asked, "when will I finally reach enlightenment?" The monk smiled, pointed to an ancient tree nearby, and said, "See that tree? It has stood here for over a century, yet it still grows, reaching ever upward toward the sky. So too must you continue to grow, for enlightenment is not a destination, but a lifelong journey." We often think of personal growth as something that has an endpoint, as if one day we will arrive at some perfected version of ourselves. But the truth is, there is no final version of you. Every experience, every interaction, every lesson learned adds another layer to your ever-unfolding story. To evolve, is to remain open, open to learning, open to change, open to seeing yourself in new ways. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when we stretch, when we step beyond what we know, when we dare to embrace the unknown. Many people fear change, but consider this: the caterpillar does not resist the transformation into a butterfly. It surrenders to it, trusting that something even more magnificent awaits. Similarly, the river does not fight against the bends and twists in its path. It simply flows, knowing that every turn leads it closer to the vast ocean. Think of your own life. How have you changed in the last year, the last decade? Are you clinging to an outdated version of yourself, or are you allowing yourself the grace to evolve? One of the greatest obstacles to personal evolution is fear. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown. But the Buddha teaches that clinging is the root of suffering. When we hold on to what we were, we prevent ourselves from stepping into what we could become. So let go. Shed the old versions of yourself that no longer serve you. Just as the snake sheds its skin, just as the trees release their leaves in autumn, embrace the cycles of renewal in your own life. Never stop asking questions. Never stop exploring. Try something new, a hobby, a skill, a perspective. Read books that challenge your thinking. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who push you to grow. Let your curiosity be the lantern that lights your way. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Growth is not a straight path. It is a winding road with peaks and valleys. There will be days when you feel stuck, days when you feel as though you are moving backward. But trust that every experience, yes, even the difficult ones, are shaping you into something greater. There is a beautiful Zen saying, "You are exactly who you need to be in this moment, and you are also still becoming." Hold on to that truth. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. So keep growing, keep evolving, keep reaching toward the light. Because the journey is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming the fullest, most authentic expression of who you already are. Aging is not about fading. It's about deepening. Just as the roots of a great tree grow stronger with time, so too does your wisdom, your presence, your essence. Every wrinkle, every silver strand, every quiet moment of reflection is a testament to a life well lived, to lessons learned, to the silent victories of the soul. Imagine for a moment standing at the edge of this lake, watching the sun slowly descend beyond the horizon. The day does not lament its end. It embraces the transition, knowing that darkness will give way to another dawn, and so must we. Each passing year is not a loss, but a gift. Another chance to deepen our understanding, to refine our spirits, to touch the lives of those around us with a little more love, a little more kindness, a little more grace. Let this be your reminder. You are not growing older, you are growing richer in experience, in compassion, in purpose. You are still evolving, still learning, still blooming, just like the lotus rising from the depths of the water, reaching ever toward the light. So, as you walk forward from here, do so with gratitude for the years that have shaped you, for the moments that have tested you, for the beauty of simply being here, now, in this moment. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to become part of our community. Like this video, leave a comment, sharing what wisdom you carry with you, and subscribe to Quiet Wisdom for more reflections on living with purpose and serenity. Until we meet again, may you walk with grace, may you love with an open heart, and may you always find peace in the journey.